Hey everybody, Dr. Rick here dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable week, man. We're already on day, what, 5? If you count Sunday, which I do, we're on day 5 already. This is Thursday, and it's going to be another busy day for me. I've already been going for quite some time. But here I am. I want to talk to you today about uh, taking action. Um, The Bible says a dream deferred makes the heart sick, that there's a longing associated with the vision, there's a longing associated with the desire, there's a longing associated with what you refer to as your dream, which is simply a part of a vision that's associated with a purpose that's literally implanted into your cellular DNA. And you're yearning for it, and you keep postponing it, you keep putting it off. When the children get older, when the right timing, which never exists and does not exist, there's no such thing as the right timing. The timing is when you take action. The time is now. The time is always now. One of the things that when people ask me about procrastination and what I think about procrastination, I said procrastination is one of the greatest forms of arrogance, because it requires a certain level of arrogance to believe that you are guaranteed an opportunity tomorrow to do what you could be doing today. And I look at so many lives that go by the wayside and end up, as Dr. Miles Monroe says, in the cemetery with all these untapped potentials and all these visions and dreams and ideas, inventions, and books and companies that never got started, never written, never engaged, because people kept putting them off. The time right now is now for you to take action. I sit up and I think about my journey. I think about early in life when I was still pursuing athletics and all of that, and getting the tattoos, and everybody said, man, as intelligent as you are, you should be focusing on that. You're not going to be able to get in here with those tattoos. You're not going to be able to get in here with those earrings. You're not going to be able to get in here if you don't like to put on a shirt and tie. And you're gonna do this. But one person, the person who brought me in under their wing and mentored me in business, saw the same things in me. Said, you've got the tattoos, you got the earrings, you don't like dressing up, but you have this unbelievable mind. He says, let me tell you something. The only way that you're going to get on in a world where people are going to judge you by how you look and determine whether you deserve to be there by how you look is you're going to have the goal. He who has the goal makes the rules. He said, but you're going to have to determine what the goal is. To me, the goal was the knowledge that people needed. To me, the goals was the insight that people needed. To me, the gold was having what people wanted, and to a point where they overlooked what they didn't like and understood what they needed. And I got to a point where that's what I just decided I was going to build a life that I could be comfortable in. I could be comfortable with myself. I don't tell people what to do. And when I clean up well. And it's not that I have a problem. I am who I am, and I want to be who I am. And my entire life is an expression of the totality of my existence. And so I don't hide any part of me to make another part of me look good, because the totality of who I am is what I'm about. I'm building something, and in building something, there have been some mistakes made. There have been some things that I wish I could have back, but I am who I am, tats and all. But what I can tell you is I can walk into a boardroom, t-shirt, sneakers, and a cap, and I'm respected. Why? Because my reputation precedes me. They understand who I am. They know that there's a reason I've been invited into that room, and I don't have to walk in. I'm not intimidated by anybody in that room. Why? Because I come bearing the gold. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is there's a space in this world where your knowledge, your skill, your skills, and your gifting and your talent is the gold. It is a place where it has been space made for you. The Bible says that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men, but you're going to have to move towards the vision. You're going to have to move towards the dream. It's time to stop putting off and deferring the dream. Bible says a dream deferred makes the heart sick. You keep putting off this thing that's pulling at you because you're waiting on the kids to get older, and then when they get older you're going to have the grandkids, or when they get older there's going to be some other responsibility. There's no such thing as perfect time, and there's no such thing as the perfect opportunity. George Bernard Shaw said the people who get on in this world are the ones who wake up in the morning and they go out and they find the circumstances that they want. If those circumstances don't exist, they create them. That is what this is about. It's not about having all the answers. There's absolutely nothing I decided to do in my life that I had not yet done that I knew all the answers. I had everything lined up for me. It was simply a decision. I'm going out and I'm going to do it. And then as I made the first step, the gates of providence flew open. And then people that I didn't even know were in my environment started to approach me and started to ask questions and started to connect me with other people or started to offer resources. But I had to first step up. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew it was what I wanted to do. It was what I was passionate about. And so I decided to walk into it. I decided to move into a space that I was uncomfortable in because I didn't know. The uncertainty of what was coming was was uncomfortable. But that's the beauty of this thing, is that when you step into the space unknown, you activate faith, and faith begins to move and the gates of providence open up and things begin to happen that you could have not expected to happen, but it's happening because you moved on it. Les Brown says all the time, when you're trying to do something new, and you're trying to make up in your mind whether you're going to do it or not, you don't consult your past to ask. You don't check to see. He says how you're going to get it done at that moment when you're making a decision of whether you're going to do it or not. How you're going to do it is none of your business. Why? If I've never done it before, there's a good chance I don't know how. If I'm going to use that as the determining factor of whether I'm going to do it, there are a bunch of things I'll never get done. I'm going to have to be willing to step off into spaces where I'm no longer the big fish in a small pond, where I'm now the guppy that's trying to learn and survive and grow and reach and expand. You've got to come out. Something my grandfather, who only had a second grade education, would tell me. He would look at what I was doing academically. He would look at how I literally searched out information, and he knew that I was going to have this type of mind that's constantly going, constantly wanting to learn. And the one thing he told me, he says, don't fall to the urge of being the smartest person in the room. The moment you do, you stop learning and your world begins to shrink. Find people that challenge you. Find people that inspire you, people that have gone further, people who are doing more. Don't get comfortable being the smartest person in the room, because that means the room has gotten too small. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to move out there. I know it's scary sometimes. I know you've had some bumps and bruises, or maybe you've even tried, but it was so uncomfortable. It was so painful. It was so that you just decided to step back. Let me tell you something. Step out there. Make up in your mind, have a commitment that I'm not turning around. Have a commitment that I'm not giving up. Have a commitment that no matter what happens, I'm pushing forward, because it's not the smartest person that wins. It's not the most planned person that wins. It's the person that's willing to go the distance. It's the person that refuses to quit. It's the person that sits up and says, I'm going to get it or I'm going to die trying. It's that person. I tell people all the time, you're looking at the end result and you're thinking the end result created the result. And that's not the case. When I started, I didn't have this. When I started, I didn't have that. When I started, I didn't know this. What I did know is I was going to get it done. What I did know is if it didn't kill me, I was going to finish. You're no different. I'm challenging you to step out beyond what you have seen, step out beyond what you have heard, step out beyond what you are fearing. Some of the things that you want in life are on the other side of fear. Some of the things that you want are on the other side of discomfort and pain. You're going to have to be willing to move over on the other side of those things. You're going to have to be willing to travel down and traverse some challenging moments. But what I'm telling you is that when you set your goal on something higher, when you raise the standard, when you decide, I'm not going to play small, I'm not going to live my life with dwarf goals and colorless dreams. I'm going to envision the things that God placed in my heart in the fullness and in full color of what's there. And I'm going after it. I'm going to take that space that my gift is making for me, and I'm going to step into it, and I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to empower myself by stretching it. I want you to understand that nothing can stop your destiny but you. The only one that can stop your destiny is you. Stand up, square your shoulders. Uh, are you looking to change careers and you've been talking about it forever? Are you looking to change jobs? Are you looking to start a business? Are you looking to get your finances in order? Are you trying to retire early? What is it that you know you want to be doing? Are you trying to work in a certain group and bless certain people? Do you have a desire to serve a community or travel abroad or whatever it is? You're not going to get there by sitting back in your corner of comfort, waiting on the right moment to fall into your lap. You're going to have to boldly walk into it. I'm telling you, when I started this thing, I was a rough edge kid who had a desire to know, and I was a reader, I was a learner, and I didn't mind sitting under people to learn. And my mentor would tell me, hey, you're paving a path that has a great deal of promise, but a whole lot of challenge because you don't like bending. You want to be who you are unadulterated. You don't want anybody shaping you into something you don't feel like you are. That's what this world does to people. It shapes them. It tells them who they are. It cultivates their behavior. Then it manipulates and uses them for its benefit. But you have the ability, if you desire to walk, but you're going to have to get the goal. That means you're going to have to step out there and go after it. You're going to have to be better in the way you present because people are going to want to look at who you look like rather than what you're presenting. But you're going to have to look better. You're going to have to come out. You're going to have to be able to show them that if you look past this exterior, there's a beast inside that does things that a way no other person does. If you look past the exterior, that's an exceptional quality that allows me to do some things that you can't get done anywhere else. I come bearing gold. That's my challenge. Get the gold. Whatever the gold is in the industry, in the life, in the desires, in the place that you want to operate, become it. Become it. When you become the solution to a person's problem, you're bearing the gold. They're not going to care what package the gold comes in. They just want the gold. Get out there. Take advantage of every opportunity. Don't let the arrogance of procrastination convince you that you have a guarantee tomorrow to do what you could be doing today. That's what procrastination is to me. It's an arrogance. It's this belief that, I can just do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. And tomorrow has its own work that needs to be done. You need to be doing today what today is demanding of you. You need to be doing today what today is demanding of you. Stop making excuses. Because the truth of the matter is, if it needs to be done and it's a part of your vision, it can be done. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. My journey hasn't been easy, but my journey has been full of reward. There have been some very challenging and trying times, but every time I stand up and say I'm not folding under the pressure of this moment, something beautiful, exceptional, and extraordinary comes out of it. What am I trying to tell you? That it's not about winning every moment. It's about being consistently committed to what it is you say you desire in this life. Being committed at a level that you won't fold, that you won't break, that you won't lay down, that you won't quit, that you won't let anybody talk you out of it, that you're going to wake up every morning with it fixed in your mind, that you're going to move toward it. I don't care if it's an inch, it's progress. Stop measuring yourself against other people. They're not walking in your shoes and you're not walking in theirs. You have no idea what is going on in the background of their life that has allowed them to end up in that situation. I made a post yesterday, or maybe it was the day before yesterday, and the post was unbelievably vivid. It was a young black male, and he had on his suit and he was getting to work, but he was dragging a bigger version of himself that was still asleep and in pajamas, still asleep, and he's dragging it into work with him. And how many times have you had to get up and pull yourself to something? But in doing so, you became bigger. In doing all of this, I am just trying to challenge you. Look, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, but I'm going to tell you, today is the day. Don't keep putting off for later what needs to be done now. For those of you who would love to sit down with me, hey, I would love to work with you. There is a link in the description box where I've actually cut my singular sessions, my rapid change breakthrough sessions in half. And for today only, I am gifting an additional 2 sessions. If you purchase the 1 session at half price, which is $175 at half price, and you do that, I'm going to gift you 2 more. So that's 3 sessions at $350 regular price. That's $1,050 that I am offering you right now for $175. So we can sit down and we can look at where you're at. We can observe, we can talk about where you're trying to go. We can look at what's going on that needs to change here so you can get there. And that's all it is. It's about becoming the person who can do that. That's all it is. You don't get what you want, you get who you are and what you're able to become. So if you want it, become it. And I would love to help you do that. But whatever you do, you've got to start today. On that note, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. I'm out of here.